Hello, welcome to our next tutorial of QUICKSURFACE. This tutorial will speak about the revolved surface. Revolved surface or revolved solids are a very common shape in the CAD industry, as you can see on the screen. What a revolved surface is, normally you have a profile that defines the object. Let me just put this in a standard views, the profile. Then you have an axis here, somewhere in the middle. And then this profile is just revolved around and it creates this shape. Let me show you how you can work with this with the QUICKSURFACE. Before I begin, I must say, let me just show you the coordinate system, that this part has been aligned. By alignment I mean that it's perfectly located, so the revolved axis, if I see it, the z-axis. You can learn about alignment from our other videos, but this is as an initial step here. What I need to do is just to get this profile and create a revolved surface. For this reason I can just create a 2D sketch. I have my sketch here which is aligned with the bottom plane, but I need to put it on the side, or probably this one, to get this profile. Then I can just press create. At this moment I can see the shape that I need to revolve. I will just hide my mesh because I don't need it. What I need to do now is just model half of this part, as this will be my profile, and then this will be revolved around to create my solid body. Let's try to do this quickly. I'm just going to use our brush fit primitives, and my goal is to extract just half of it. With the fit line tools I can easily extract the shapes. You can see that the autofillet is enabled here. I will just disable to not to disturb my work, and I can just brush over to extract the lines. This is what I do, just with a simple brush, get the lines as a best fit from the underlying scan points to get it in the most accurate way. Here I don't need to make it any longer. What I need to do is just create a line that will be my axis of revolution. In this case is this one. Let's finish this arc, going back to brush fit, and we will select fit arc, and holding the left mouse button down, brush over this shape, and it will extract my arc here. I have everything that I need at the moment. What I need to do is now to connect these. I'm just going to select my corner trim options and brush over the endpoint that I need to intersect, and the software automatically will join them without modifying anything of my underlying geometry. How I'm doing this, just painting on the screen and brush over the 2 points that I want to intersect, and the software automatically joins them. And the last step, what I need is the point is here of this line. I just brush here and this one, and it's created. You see my half profile, press OK. Then I think I'm ready to recreate my first revolved surface. What I need to do is just select my sketch, and there are two options to create revolved surface. One is from the screen. You can see instantly it offers me to create a revolved surface, or the other option is when you have a sketch selected, you go to construct and select revolved. What happened now is that actually it refuses to create a revolved because the software doesn't know what is the axis of revolution. You get a prompt message here, so you, using your mouse, you just highlight the line that needs to be used for the revolved, and it's automatically will create this. Just for a practice here, you can see that this is my shape, and I can just press OK. Something went wrong here because the shape was damaged. I need to repair a little bit. Let me just remove this constraint and move this down. We'll use again this fit line to reconstruct this shape. And now, again, going back with the corner trim, we'll intersect these shapes so I can get the right shape here. Pressing OK. And you see that now I get my first perfect revolved surface. I can hide the sketch, so I don't need it, and you can see how quickly I recreated my sketch. Now let's try a different approach. When we have something like this, we can go to 2D sketch, and now we have an option which is called for revolved surface. Let me try to explain what this is. If you select this option for revolved surface, when you pick a plane, instead of moving it parallel to the plane you see on the screen, it actually will rotate. So you can choose the right profile here. What it means that it offers you to pick an axis around that it will rotate, and you can create this cross section. Also, there are other options. For example, you can create a stacked sections. What it does, it actually uses your axis of revolution and creates 20 slices and projects them, all of them, it projects them onto the same sketch. In reverse engineering, this is very important because instead of one single slice, you get multiple slices, and then this gives you the opportunity to create much more accurate results. The other effect that you can see is that the software automatically created a construction line for you that it can be used for revolve. Let me just quickly close this with the Control Shift. I can extract the lines. I don't want to extract the full shape here, just we'll finish this shape up to here, so you can understand my goal. I will just move this line that they match on the axis of revolution. We'll use the control to intersect so I can get this shape. Now let me remove the constraint here, and I can move this revolved constraint line here and press OK. What we have now is a profile that can be used for revolved surface. If I now select revolve, then the software automatically searches, and if there is only one construction line, this line will be proposed by the software to be used as a revolved axis. So then you can just press OK and you got your shape. So that's the main idea of in having these construction lines. You can create multiple construction lines. In this case, the software will prompt you to select the right one. So this is a standard approach in any CAD package. I want to show you a little bit more about the revolved surface. This is a piece of revolved shape that it's partial. What I mean partial, it's not a full shape, but just you need to extract only this part of the revolved surface. Let's try to do again with the same approach. I can see that in this case the axis of revolution is the x-axis. We'll go to 2D sketch, select the revolved surface, and then I pick the x-axis. The reason I picked the x-axis because you can see that now if I rotate, I just get the correct slice here. We'll create my profile. The reason you see the mesh like this is because it's revolved surface and it's actually turned around, and that's why you see the shape as it is. But I am not interested at the moment of the mesh. We'll quickly hold Control Shift to extract my lines like this, and we'll intersect my profile by using only the control and brushing over the corners. This will help you quickly to close your sketch. And so far I created my profile. Because I used the option for revolved surface when I created my shape, you see that there is a construction line here, and I can press OK. Now let's try to create our next revolved surface. You can see it's a ring, this is the shape, and this is my scan. Let's go and try to edit our revolved surface. The way you edit is just right click on the feature on the tree and then you select edit. In this case, I have an option here which is called full. I can select this partial, and what partial means is that you have two angles of extending the shape. Let me hide the coordinate system so you can understand better. Angle 1 and angle 2, they start from the sketch, and you can just drag and see where they, how big they are, and you can type in the values here into the dialog to get the best results. And I can move this as close as possible to my scan data, which is probably 6 degrees. Now, because we're talking about the accuracy and the best way of doing reverse engineering, what we can do is enable the option which is called snapping. When the snapping is enabled, if you take the handle, it automatically will snap to the mesh if the cursor is over the mesh, and this will automatically define your angle. You can see how it changes in the edit box, and this is how you can make the best of your reverse engineering, and you can see the deviation here, the way you work. When you press OK, so you got all the information in the most accurate way, so you can reconstruct even a partial revolved surfaces. The last thing that I forgot to mention is if we just go and edit our shape here, the snapping and turns off, is the option which is called inverse. It's a simple way that sometimes you may need the rest to be defined as a shape. Let's try to do this. I just press inverse and you can see it just defined the other side of the shape. This might be useful in some cases. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. Again, if you enable snapping, you can just move and pick the shape from the scan data, press OK, and you see that now my revolved surface is the rest of the circle rather than what we just did a few minutes ago. I hope this is useful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you for watching.